Test in 1, 2, 3. Test in 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Okay. All right, I know it's working. All right, I know it's working. Happy about that. Because usually sometimes it does this thing. Hold on, just give me a second. Because I didn't expect that this was going to work right away, so I didn't write this comment in the comments like I normally do. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my ROH Wrestling live reactions for July 30th, 2017. Now, I know you guys are going to be very confused because you're probably thinking that I just did this video sometime last week. I ended up getting my dates wrong. That was actually July 23rd, but I didn't really know that. I didn't check the date in the bottom of the video I watched it off of, and the date sometimes, and because I'm watching ROH off the Fight TV network, it's not the right date from when it actually airs, because ROH, I guess the Fight TV, since it puts it up there a day later, they go by that date. So this is really July 30th. So I did screw up my dates. I do apologize for that, but sometimes that happens. So, yes, this is now July 30th, though, 2017. So let's just get right into this episode of ROH Wrestling. I'll do a little bit of a preview. I don't remember the matches that are on this show. I'm doing this live reactions because this was something new, because this was like an all-women's episode of ROH Wrestling, and you don't normally see something like that in wrestling. I know WWE now is doing that with the all-women's pay-per-view, and I know they've done it with the Mae Young Classics, and they're going to do it 2 years in a row. They did it last year, and then they're doing it again this year at some point. So that's why I wanted to do this live reactions, because I didn't think we were ever going to see something like that again. So how was I supposed to know we were going to see something like that again? But I'm here to do the live reactions for it. I believe the only notable wrestler that's going to be on the show is Deonna Purrazzo, and I mentioned that because she's going to be competing in the Mae Young Classics this year, so that's the only person I really know that's on this show, so whatever. But let's just get right into this episode of ROH Wrestling.
Ring of Honor Wrestling is brought to you in part by the Health Alert Hotline. If you have knee or back pain and have Medicare, please call 855-828-9723.
And obviously, Ring of Honor is...
the Women of Honor take center stage.
Obviously, they like to make sure to mention that Ring of Honor Wrestling is brought to you by Health Alert Hotline. And because I accidentally fast-forwarded it, you're going to hear it again.
Please call 855-828-9723. Tonight, the Women of Honor take center stage. Kelly Klein suffered her first loss, which happened to be Karen Q's first victory. They face off along with Deonna Purrazzo in the main event. Also, Mandy Leon takes on longtime ally Jenny Rose. And ROH veteran Sumi Sakai takes on international phenom Chris Wolf. It's ladies' night tonight on Ring of Honor Wrestling.
Yeah, it's the Women of Honor tonight. I mean, I do like that the women get their own platform to showcase themselves on ROH Wrestling. I guess that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't really know how much of a live reaction this will be. I'll probably just be reacting and showing the moves, because I haven't really seen any of these wrestlers wrestle before. So, yeah.
Ring of Honor fans, a very special
let's get right into this.
Is Ian Riccaboni, and for the very first time on commentary, I'm joined by Ring of Honor Chief Operating Officer Joe Koff. This Women of Honor match is simple.
So we have Ian Riccaboni and Joe Koff, who I guess is the commissioner of ROH, on commentary for this show. All right, so we have Sumi Sakai at the match. I don't know who she's wrestling. Yeah, it's Ian Riccaboni and Joe Koff on commentary.
I feel about Ring of Honor. And being here in commentary is just one more thing off my bucket list. We see first Sumi Sakai, one of our veteran competitors here since
So
almost
it's
day
Sumi
one.
Sakai versus
And
Chris
she's facing
Wolf.
someone that comes with high esteem, high accolades, one of the most in-demand women stars in the
Yeah,
world.
it's kind of tough to really pick a winner because I don't really know any of these wrestlers.
It was Chris. You know, it's so sad.
And she apparently at the time was a champion somewhere. I don't know what champion she was. I don't think ROH at the time had a women's title.
International appeal for that is going to be seen
right
now in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I really don't know who to pick for this, so I'll just pick Chris Wolf to win since he's a champion. Sometimes you just got to go
and Joe,
with
fans
that.
have been asking, when will we be seeing the Women of Honor on a more consistent basis? I understand this might have been just a little bit of a taste of what's to come. Well, Ian, as you know, we showed highlights of this match in our major pay-per-view, and I am told, and speaking with our creative people and our booker, that we can expect to start seeing women of matches, major matches, in pay-per-views coming up.
Oh, it's for a title.
And there we see the Stardom High Speed Championship with referee Todd Sinclair.
So this is for the Stardom High Speed Championship.
What exciting
I was
news
not aware of
I didn't
that.
mean to gloss over that. I just wanted to give some
So yeah,
gravity to the
obviously
the
having some nice show
championship that's at
respect.
hand,
Let's see how these women perform.
Consistently the most viewed YouTube, Twitter, Facebook videos. These great women from all around the globe. They're competing at the highest level. And these two are friends, Joe. These two have teamed
Right
up
now they're
before
just
in
kind of
Stardom.
trading off some nice strike towards each other.
Right now. Well, I think it's interesting, Ian. It's really something that I'm struck by, which is the amount of respect that each of these women are showing each other, because they do have respect for each other as human beings. But in the ring, everything changes, and their goal is to win, and they're doing what they have to do to get that win, and that says a lot about them.
Oh, nice jawbreaker by
Certainly
Sumi Sakai.
a jawbreaker, Sumi. Bringing Chris to her feet.
Right now, just that pretty basic wrestling match.
Because these two, at best in the world, before we went on the air, we saw the highlights. But they were successful in defeating two major Women of Honor stars in Mandy Leon and Deanna Purrazzo. So just it speaks to the respect that they do have, and that they're giving each other the absolute very best here in the ring. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lesson for both of them. It's veteran versus newcomer, and both are learning from each other, which is really rare, but it's really something special to see. Oh, nice single leg from underneath, rolls her over, brings Chris to her feet. Chris Wolf, nice wrist lock takedown there. One of the things that I've always been impressed with the
all right, Matt, so far
is the technical aspects of it. They are very trained and skilled and adept at doing those maneuvers, whether they be high
nice how he can run on the outside.
Standard wrestling moves, and they do it with such precise movement and precision. It's really something to behold. It is, as we see Chris Wolf there, head scissor takedown. Still to come, big triple threat main event.
Ooh, nice kick from the apron.
I don't know how much respect that is. Yeah, Chris Wolf, she may be switching into gears there. Fans, this great Women of Honor match, it will continue. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. This is a national healthcare alert.
Okay, I gotta mute the TV. I'm gonna mute my computer for the national healthcare alert. But yeah, overall, this isn't a bad match so far. It's pretty much just a nice basic wrestling match so far, and that's not bad sometimes to have. So it is what it is. But I feel like the crowd's not really caring about that match at the moment, which probably doesn't help the Woman of Honor get put on the map. But I guess it is what it is. I'm just kind of waiting for the advertisement to be over. Okay, ROH Wrestling's back on, and right now, Chris Wolf is, I almost name, went for a double stomp off the top, but she ended up missing it on Sumi Sakai. Nice hip toss, into an arm breaker. I should have said an arm bar, not an arm breaker. I'm sorry.
Veteran patience, veteran moves, and this is where Chris Wolf can learn from Sumi. Yeah, as we see her going for a little bit of a cross arm breaker now, transitions.
Oh, no, a cross face. That was nice. Nice transition.
Those fingers locked, grinding against the nose, now the chin. That's that technical skill I was talking about earlier. And Sumi is a master technician or technicianess. I'm not sure which is the right word inside of Squared Circle. Well, look at how smoothly she transitioned from those 3 submissions, now going into sort of a crucifix type hold here. But Chris Wolf using her strength, scooting to the bottom rope.
Should break the hold.
Sumi getting her money's worth there, Joe. I'll tell you what, she held that a little longer than she normally would. I think she's trying to tire her out a little bit, and I can understand why. Younger, certainly aggressive, and Sumi's showing a little bit of aggression on herself right now. Absolutely. Maybe a little bit of a different side from Sumi. And we've seen a little bit of a different side from almighty Christopher Daniels, who we'll see next week. Huge 2 out of 3 falls rematch, pay-per-view quality main event next week, Joe. And I know you're as excited as anybody that that's going to air on Ring of Honor Wrestling. But I think we have to, before we get back to Christopher Daniels, I mean, this is a side.
This is a nice move right here. I've never actually seen this before. Okay, that's I've seen before.
Yeah, this is me. Come on. A little bit of a disrespect.
That's kind of a little bit of disrespect if I see Sumi Sakai, I guess.
Didn't get
nice drop kick
right away there. You know, normally Sumi's the ray of sunshine, we've called her here in Women of Honor. There's something magnetic, though, about Chris Wolf. Sit out missile drop kick. Going for the pin. 2. Not going to do it. Sumi should know better. Giving her an opportunity, which I don't think she should give her. No, you can't let them back in that easily, and you know that. Absolutely. We've seen it so many times before. Here we go. Oh, crucifix roll up, no transitions.
Roll up.
1, 2.
Nope. Oh, roll up again.
2.
Nope.
Back and forth.
Roll up.
2.
Nope. Roll up.
2 is
nope.
going to be it. 1.
Roll up. No.
Oh, just a 1.
Who went for what?
Oh,
Me.
yeah, rolls her up. 1, 2.
No.
Oh, so close. So many 2s there. Oh. Well, this is Ring of Honor style wrestling, even though it's from across the pond, across the oceans, across the world. This style of wrestling is everywhere. It's international, and you can see it happening right now on Ring of Honor television. Well, when you talk about Ring of Honor style, the conversation, of course, gravitates back to the ROH World Champion, who will be in our main event next week. And a lot of questions directed at Sinclair. What are they going to do to
it's the moonsault
that the champion remains within Ring of Honor, kind of a traveling champion right now. We see a shining wizard. I have Sinclair in front of me. 1, 2. Ooh.
No, I thought you were going to get it right there.
But with all due respect, Mr. Koff, I have you right here. I got to put you on the spot. Cody, not officially signed with Ring of Honor. He is the Ring of Honor champion. Yeah, and he got it legitimately, and he's deserved the title for the match he had with Christopher Daniels. I'm not particularly happy about that because you know, I don't want this to be known as a promotion where people can just come in and out.
Almost like a fisherman brain buster right there.
But I do believe this, in Cody's case.
And it's not that she's going to kick out. Yep.
I think he's going to want to be in Ring of Honor because he's finding, by all of his globe-trotting and going around the country and wrestling here and wrestling there, the true style and spirit of professional wrestling right now is at Ring of Honor. I couldn't agree more. That's why we have competitors like Sumi Sakai, Chris Wolf, Sumi bringing Chris back to her feet. And she's going to need to execute her best moves, her best strikes. Because, Joe, as we know, Chris Wolf is a competitor that left her home in San Francisco, moved with almost nothing in hand, immersed herself in Japan, walked miles a day to train in the Stardom Dojo.
This is it right here. No, it's not.
She left the career of teaching and
photography
to follow her dream. She's dedicated to her craft. She's committed to her craft. We can see that in the way she wrestles.
Killer Kelly. Oh, sorry, no. Chris Wolf. I don't know why I keep calling her Killer Kelly. That's a different wrestler.
As good as any, and the fact that she chooses to wrestle with us and win this match says everything about her.
The match is over. Match wasn't like anything impressive. but it wasn't bad. So I'll give it I'll be nice and give it 2 1/4 stars. It wasn't bad. So Chris Wolf is still the high state women's champion, but yeah, that was really just 2 1/4 stars. That wasn't anything impressive.
Catches Sumi off guard. So hard to do for a veteran of a decade and a half plus. Chris Wolf, what a win here tonight.
You can kind of tell that kind of crowd wasn't really that into that match.
With the crepe paper and throwing it in, that really says a lot about this match and the job these two women did. Yeah, hope to see more of these two. This was
they're going to show each other respect,
and there we see.
And then you can see good sportsmanship. I guess that was definitely good sportsmanship. Yeah, but instead of coming tonight, we have the main event. Kaylee, hold on.
Jenny Rose and Magali, don't go anywhere.
Fucking.
And there we see the respect between two allies and tag team partners. And look how our fans appreciate it. Well, they're going to appreciate this.
So yeah, still to come in the main event, we're going to have Kaylee Q versus Kellen, I don't know how you say that, versus Deonna Purrazzo in the main event. I should say on the show. But coming up next, we're going to have Jenny Rose versus Mandy Leon. I don't know if that's how you say that or not.
Rose and Magali, don't go anywhere.
Fans, if New York
and right now,
for the count, then
Jay Lethal is doing an advertisement for a health hotline.
You may be eligible for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost to you, just like the one that I'm wearing now. So whether you're in or out of the ring, don't spend your life suffering in agony. Fight back with a pain-saving knee or back brace. Call 1-800-471-2270 now. ROHWrestling.com is the.
And he's also advertising ROHWrestling.com.
As well as ticket information for all upcoming live events. Visit the ROH shop for merchandise and apparel from all your favorite wrestlers, including the Briscoes, the Bullet Club, and more. Also, relive all of ROH live events and pay-per-views on DVD or stream them instantly on demand. For all the action, head to ROHWrestling.com now.
Well, welcome back.
Silas Young. I don't know what he's doing here. This is supposed to be an all-women show, but what I guess he could be out here.
It's just so typical of these guys. I mean, they're
kind of like it though because it gets him over more as heel because this was supposed to be a Woman of Honor special, but yeah.
Has that sign saying that we haven't seen Jay Lethal in 29 days. He was in the U.S. title tournament.
I realize that this is an episode of Women of Honor. But what do you say, Bruiser? Doesn't this show feel like it could use maybe a little testosterone injected into it? I realize that you people here, the people at home, that you're maybe a little simple, a little slow, perhaps even bad at mathematics. But the fact is that it's now men.
Give me a break. Are you kidding me? Yeah, where do you get the extra 10 fingers to count that?
36 days since Jay Lethal has last been seen on Ring of Honor television.
You know, he's got a point, but let's not forget the injuries.
Go ahead, you boo, you whine, you complain, you think Jay Lethal's going to come out here and do something. You're wrong. Jay Lethal's sitting at home, beaten, battered. Hell, Jay Lethal's a shell of his former self.
Yeah, because the injury sustained by that vicious attack of the beer keg.
36 days. You can wish, you can pray, you can send text messages, tweets, Facebook's messages. It doesn't matter because Jay Lethal will never be seen on Ring of Honor television ever again in his life.
Yeah, I would doubt that very seriously. I mean, that's a man who competed in Japan with
good promo. I have to do the up-down method for the
he sure did.
First women's match between Sumi Sakai and
Jenny Rose and I both trained at the Ring of Honor dojo. We both came up through this system as dojo sisters. She's someone that I looked up to, someone who's paving the way for me to now go to Japan and wrestle. She's someone that I looked up to and someone that I was just looking out for, you know. And in a recent match she had against Kelly Klein, I saw something about to happen that has happened in my past when Kelly Klein reached for a chair. Now, this is just a big misunderstanding. I saw a friend about to get hurt. I didn't want it to happen to Jenny Rose what has happened to me. My very first match, my debut match was against Jenny Rose, and it was an honor. And now, 3 years later, like true competitors, we're going to settle this in the ring. Mandy Leon versus Jenny Rose.
Ring of Honor fans, Ian Riccaboni, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the first women's match with the thumbs in the middle wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. And that Silas Young promo was getting up. Well, let's get to this match. Jenny Rose versus Mandy Leon. Really don't know who to pick because I don't know anything about both wrestlers, so I'll just pick. Just because they did a video package for Mandy Leon, I'll just pick Mandy Leon.
This Women of Honor match is set for one fall. Approaching the ring, wrestling out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jenny Rose.
You know, I couldn't help but be struck by that video that we saw prior to this match. And even though it seemed one-sided because we were hearing Mandy Leon's version, it just seemed to me that these two competitors, rooted in the dojo, rooted from day one, almost sister-like. For her to think that there was anything more, there has to be something deeper than that we're just not seeing. That's a great point, Joe, and I too wonder if there's something there. I mean, Mandy looked up to Jenny from day one, like you said, so...
You got Kylo. You don't see Kylo in WWE anymore. I know at the time we didn't get rid of it.
I, like yourself, will be very curious to see where this match goes. I mean, Mandy's a very capable brawler. We've seen her in no disqualification matches. Jenny's a master technician. I would have to imagine that if it starts to get to fisticuffs, I think Mandy may have the advantage. But will Jenny use that to lure her sort of into a trap, perhaps, to get her in more of a mat-based match? I mean, we're going to find out in a few minutes. You know, my hope is that they put all that other stuff aside and wrestle the way they've been trained to wrestle and to be respectful, competitive, go out there to win, and the best person should win. And it should be clean, it should be nice, and it should be fought with honor. There you see Mike Posey, referee, drawing the assignment for this match. We got the shake, so we got that already. So feeling a little bit better about that.
Getting right into the match. I do kind of like that they try to give some sort of purpose in this match, I guess. So that's good. You know, the first match, and you know, the reason that was happening. So
in August and September, that's a career highlight.
We're trying to see the crowd's kind of empty for this portion of the because I know these will take
with a women's organization
days in advance. Well, this was all taped a bit like in one day, so you can see the crowds not over there that much for this match.
Dojo and our trainers and the people who put that time and effort into develop talent like Mandy and the other talent we've seen coming through Ring of Honor. Absolutely.
Roll up, one.
Two.
Nope.
Perhaps a little too early. That's
both women kind of trying to outdo each other right now.
Heading to stardom. Of course, Jenny Rose, she's competed in Diana and Seedling, 2 organizations in Japan as well, has multiple tours of Japan. And I know that previous to this misunderstanding, the two were very excited communicating about Mandy going to Japan and some of the cultural things to look out for, some of the things like sightseeing. Just things that 2 friends would talk about. That's not something 2 friends do, Joe. Yeah, but as you well know, Ian, I think our fans know, friends can sometimes get envious and sometimes get jealous. And maybe Jenny Rose is saying, why is Mandy going and why not me? And it manifests itself in so many different things. And it really can distort and warp what is really a good friendship and a respectful friendship. See it cover here, 1, 2. That's a great point. We've seen that with Wolf Ferrara and Cheeseburger. Exactly. We've seen that with great tag teams in and out of Ring of Honor. Nice drop down. Oh, look at that step over. Grabs the leg. Veteran presence from Mandy. Of course, competed in her first match just 3 years ago. Necessary. She doesn't.
I don't know what she's playing right here.
Little insult to injury, having a little fun maybe at Jenny's expense. But I would say focus on the match. Jenny Rose, you know, that
isn't
that
against
kind
the
of
rules because
hubris
she's
and silliness.
switching hands.
Costs
Kind
someone
of
a match.
like,
and at the end of the
like
day,
that.
it's about who wins and who loses.
Shows that the wrestler has
and she needs to be on her guard and she needs to be on her game and not worried about that silliness, as you say. Yeah, but Mandy here having an opportunity of her own. Jenny with her back turned. Mandy on the apron. Cannonball!
Oh.
Firmly in control here. She's a self-promoter. There's no question about it. Exotic goddess. Oh! But there you see how quickly things can turn. Jawbreaker. Knee to the midsection. DDT on the outside. Yikes. Definitely jarring the vertebrae there. Jenny and Mandy, these two friends trying to settle their differences here. Women of Honor, don't go anywhere.
No, we're about to get an advertisement.
If you're a man, then you.
So I have to mute the TV so that way, not the TV, but the computer. Because it's doing an advertisement. But yeah, I mean, the Woman of Honor doesn't seem like a bad concept, but right now it doesn't really seem like anybody cares about it at the moment. You can kind of see I noticed the fans aren't as rowdy for this as they have been for the past few ROH wrestling shows that I've been live reacting to. So, yeah, I'll have to kind of see what's up with that.
We're back. Women of Honor fans. It's Ian Riccaboni, Ring of Honor COO Joe Crom. Jenny Rose maintain control over the break. And Joe, I have to think this has a lot to do with the experience.
Jenny Rose is still in control. She was just stomping right across the spine of Mandy Leon. So she's in control of this match right now.
To the basis and sticking to the basics.
I don't know what the hell.
I know they want to get over. I know they want to put themselves over with the fans. This is more popularity maybe than anything. Who likes me better? We've seen that with younger people and certainly in these kinds of heated battles, but let's just stick to the technique and let's just stick to what we're supposed to be doing. Ultimately, the win and losses, they create more opportunity, that leads to more money, higher profile. So I'm with you, Joe. I think, as both of these competitors try and establish their careers, I'd rather be on the winning end than the losing end. And no time for unforced errors like the showboating.
I guess
for
Jenny Rose is the heel in this match.
Jenny maintaining
she's kind of
those big rights,
telling the fans to be quiet.
Delivers a chop. Of course, still to come, our huge triple threat main event. Kelly Klein, a woman. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Bridge
it's
one,
not going to be over right here, though. Oh, she reversed it. I didn't expect that.
The one count. We have Kelly Klein carrying Q down a Brazil. Nice side slam there. Two.
Oh.
I'm so impressed with the level of wrestling that we're seeing now in Women of Honor. And it's almost to the point that it's worthy. It's worthy to be considered in the pay-per-views, which we talked about earlier. And it's this kind of intensity, it's this kind of action that we take.
Nice flying clothesline.
Absolutely. Jenny Rose cover 1, 2. And I couldn't agree more. Women of Honor seen in over 100 countries by millions of viewers on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, across all Ring of Honor social media platforms. And the fans have
another advertisement. So you have to wait 10 seconds. Sometimes, yeah, the Fight TV network themselves have their own advertisements they get over, so we'll have to deal with that.
Have demanded more. Wait a minute.
Owen, what are you? That's it.
Hooks the leg. 1, 2. This could be it. No. Ian, I just had some research done about social media, and we're finding that social media actually raises the profile of these stars, adds credibility to who they are. So it's really important that we are able to attract such a high social media audience, helps them raise their level of professionalism, their credibility, and this is why we're seeing it on TV. And this is why the stakes are so high. Nice
head scissors by Mandy Leon.
Bringing Jenny up. Now Mandy going to these submissions.
almost like a
these are the kind of things she's
head
learned at
scissors
the
right
ROH
with the back of
dojo.
the
These are
head.
the kind of things she's learned from Jenny, who has that Japanese experience, that international experience. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Her shoulders are down, though.
Very unique counter.
Amanda Leon almost just got beat right there.
To experience. Whoa, wait a minute.
Surfboard by Jenny Rose.
Jenny yelling, demanding, give up. Trying to start a give up chant. I would just crank that in, Jenny. I wouldn't worry about the fans. It just win the match. Oh, and those heels to the back. That's just so unnecessary. It certainly is. And something I was thinking about throughout the night, Joe, you mentioned popularity and perhaps a ting of jealousy. We're seeing a more aggressive Jenny. Mandy, of course, restarted Women of Honor with Deonna Purrazzo, helping it become what it's become. And hold on, going back to the submission. Here we go. Mandy just pinned her. There we go. Going for the bridge.
Bridge pin.
1, 2.
Nope.
I'm not sure both women's shoulders.
Match is not that bad, actually. Okay, you can kind of see that these women, I wouldn't say are green, but
at the forefront, the exotic goddess.
I don't know.
She's been one of the MVPs in Women of Honor. And Jenny has her in an electric chair position now.
Ooh, electric chair.
Slams her down. She's not moving. 2, 3.
Yeah, it's over.
That's a decisive victory.
Not bad. I'll give that match like 2.5 stars, I guess. But still, just a kind of a match that was just there. Also, thumbs in the middle. It was just nothing really good, nothing really bad. Just kind of something that was there.
No question, and the victory was clean. But I would have to
just
say,
kind of feels like throwing these women out there. I know I don't know a lot about these performers, but they don't really do a lot to kind of give you enough information about them. They just kind of throw them out there in matches, and that's just not how it works. Winning the Women's of Honor.
Looking forward to between 3 competitors that don't have the same amount of respect
that match was
as the
fine.
mentor, the student, the teacher that we see in
the
ring
you can see that this
right now do.
crowd just isn't really that into this either. They're slapping his respect, I think, but they're just not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling it.
More match left on the docket here tonight. A huge triple threat main event. A woman undefeated for over 500 days, seeking revenge. Women of Honor fans.
But still to come, we have the main event: Kaylin Q versus Kellen versus Deonna Purrazzo.
I think she's won every match she's been in, QT. We mentioned earlier tonight with the end of the match, the guillotine choke.
Card of Honor pre-show.
Could she have the Fujiwara locked in? Center of the ring. Kelly fighting for her life. Going for the ropes now. Oh, wait a minute. Paul Turner. He's center of the ring with Fujiwara's locked in. She's tapping. She's tapping. Deonna Purrazzo tapped out Kelly Klein. Deonna Purrazzo should be her winner right now. Paul Turner has been apparently poked in the eye. Deonna Purrazzo just defeated Kelly Klein in the center of the ring. Deonna Purrazzo has tapped out Kelly Klein. Yeah, but Paul Turner was not there.
So this is what happened.
1, 2, no. Give me a break.
So that's the reason behind this match. It's because Deonna Purrazzo has Super Card of Honor pre-show.
Continues for Kelly Klein, but we saw QT. We saw Deonna Purrazzo.
Kelly Klein had tapped out, but Deonna Purrazzo, the referee didn't see it though.
You can only call what you see, and Paul Turner did not see it. And Kelly Klein, you know what? She's still undefeated, and that's what's most important. That's what matters. 500 up to 6 here is Kelly driving Karen into the steel barricade.
And this happened at Charm City Excellence at Baltimore, Maryland on April 8th, 2017.
Like a car crash. Getting dangerously close to 20. Referee Todd Sinclair now up to 14. Irish Whips Karen Q into the ring apron. Oh, wait just a minute. Deonna Purrazzo's out. Hey, Kelly's distracted. We're getting close to 20. We're at 19. Wait a minute.
So now there's a time. So at least this match has some reason to happen because Kaylin Q defeated Kelly Klein And then the undefeated streak. And Deonna Purrazzo, because of Deonna Purrazzo's interference. So this match does have some reasons to happen.
Picks up the victory over Kelly Klein. The first blemish on Kelly Klein's pristine record.
Kind of weird though you would end the undefeated streak by count out like that, though. That's just kind of stupid. But whatever.
Has the first victory, Deonna. If you're a man, then you
like advertisement. So, but coming up next, we're gonna have Karen Q versus Kelly Klein versus Deonna Purrazzo in a triple threat match. I'll do my prediction once they make their entrances. Okay, ROH is back. And we still have the main event to come. Karen Q versus Kelly Klein versus Deonna Purrazzo.
And Karen Q. You saw what's led up to it, and we'll have the matchup in just a bit. First, we want to take you back and bring you up to speed on a few headlines here in ROH. The first being the Briscoes and Bully Ray. We know Jay Briscoe has
so I guess they're just kind of updating us on what's been going on in ROH wrestling lately.
That led to them losing their 6-man titles back at Best in the World. The 3 men looked to rebound by taking on Bullet Club in 6-man action. But thanks to a window of opportunity, Bullet Club was able to take advantage illegally, and Jay Briscoe was pinned in the ring for the 2nd time in a month. Folks, Jay Briscoe went over 2 years without being pinned, and now he's had 2 losses back-to-back. Frustration is mounting. Let's show you how the Briscoes and Bully Ray are coping. We trace down this footage backstage after that encounter with Bullet Club.
You gotta chill. Chill! Jay, chill! One match, man. It's one match. You gotta man, it ain't just one match, man. Hey, it ain't one match now. Now it's 2. And the last thing that he needs to do is chill out. The last thing that he needs to do is relax. What you need to do is you need to be pissed off. You need to be even more pissed off. What you need to do is channel the anger and channel the fury. Because, I don't know, you guys have been here a lot longer than I have, but the Bullet Club's been a thorn in your asses for like 2 years. Yeah, man. Right? This should not be going down with the Briscoes and Bull. Nowhere I go. I want you to get even more pissed off. We're going after the Bullet Club. We're going after Dalton and the boys, and we're getting our 6-man championships back. No more chilling out. No more relaxing. No more taking it easy. Right. Let's do it, baby. Focus. Good. Let's get it. No, I don't want you good. I like you a lot better when you're pissed. Let's do this.
We see the Briscoes and Bully.
I like that.
Rebuild and rebound.
That was good backstage. I think getting it up.
Have that opportunity. So Rebellion. At Best in the World, their long-standing feud with Search and Destroy ended with 4 submissions at once. Caprice Coleman and Red Titus have been off the radar ever since. We've seen Shane Taylor briefly as he attacked Josh Wood last week. And look at this. Earlier tonight, we were ready to tape a match for ROHWrestling.com when Taylor struck again, attacking Mikey Webb, ruining this kid's shot at the ROH spotlight.
Look out behind you. Mikey Webb's about to get laid out. Oh my gosh. What a vicious attack by Shane Taylor. Yeah, good. I like that too. Gets him up. It makes him look like an absolute badass. Gotta make the monsters look like a badass. So I liked it.
Whether he's just taking out his frustration or whether there's more to his agenda, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But one man whose path seems clear, Kenny King. After picking up win a month back, Kenny has a shot coming up at the TV championship.
Hey, what's up? No, don't look confused. I'm on this show too. If you don't know who I am, I'm the pretty boy pitbull Kenny King. And a little while ago, I decided to do what all real men do, and that's step out on their own and stand on their own 2 feet. And these 2 feet, my heart and determination, have made me the #1 contender to the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. And these 2 feet are taking me on a collision course to you, international superstar Kushida. I got a lot of respect for you, but your time as champion is limited when you step in the ring with the K-I-N-G King.
Good promo, getting up.
Earned a TV title shot against Kushida, and it goes down in 2 weeks right here on ROH TV. Last week we saw Kenny make an appearance and go face to face with the champion.
I'll definitely do a live reactions to the Kushida Kenny King ROH World Television Championship match.
It's main event time.
But coming up next, you have the main event: Karen Q versus Kelly Klein versus Deonna Purrazzo.
It's main event time, but
so now it's time for me to pick.
Kenny King, he's lost the Rebellion, he lost the Rose. Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna say that
he's heartbroken.
it's really tough to pick. I'm just gonna say that Kelly Klein will get a win back from when she lost, and get her revenge. I'm gonna say she wins.
Triple threat match. Simple white ball. Participant number 1. Wrestling out of Chinatown, New York, Karen Q.
You know, Joe, for Karen Q, she made her debut in Baltimore in April, defeated Kelly Klein by countout. But that's the equivalent of, in your very first game of the NBA, scoring 70 points or hitting 3 home runs in your debut for the New York Yankees. She took it to the top star Women of Honor, undefeated for over 500 days, and came away not only standing, but victorious. Ask Kelly Klein about that, see what she would say. Well, she doesn't talk to me, Joe. Well, she'll talk to me. I'll ask her.
Participant number 2, wrestling out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the Gatekeeper, Kelly Klein.
Here you see pretty badass Kelly Klein for over 500 days, Joe. The Gatekeeper was undefeated, unblemished, and undeniable. But it was in Baltimore, and Karen Q in her very first match picked up the victory. Hasn't sat well with her. Yeah, she hasn't forgotten about it. You can see it in her face. You can just see it in her body language and in her demeanor walking out. She's got vengeance in her eyes, and she's, oh, look at her flexing. What's that all about? Yeah, she's must-see muscle, millions of viewers around the world, the most watched Women of Honor star. And she looks like she's staring a hole through Karen Q. But if I was Kelly,
Deonna Purrazzo, we know, will be competing in the Mae Young Classics later on this year. Actually, I think they start the taping form in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's definitely exciting for Deonna Purrazzo. I know she's been on, I've seen her wrestle a couple of times. I think she's most famously known as the woman in NXT in 2015 who got knocked out by Oscar, actually. And then recently she also had lost a match after that to Emma.
It's definitely interesting because earlier we saw look at that body language on Kelly Klein. Arms crossed. She's in for a defensive battle. Yeah, that look of disdain. Of course, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo, she says she tapped out Kelly. The referee didn't see it. We see Karen Q, the only one with a victory. This triple threat main event.
Coming up next, we have the main event of ROH Wrestling for July 30th, 2017. And ROH is back, and the match is just about to start. Karen Q just went to shake Kelly Klein's hand in respect. So this match might be the best match on the show.
Deonna Purrazzo, Joe, we mentioned before the break, might look to team up to get one up on pretty badass Kelly Klein. There's that 2-on-1
and it looks
right
like we're going to team up to take out Kelly Klein, which would make sense. So, yeah.
They're trying to weaken her and take everything out of her because they know how dangerous Kelly Klein can be.
And there's almost the same thing by Karen Q, except more of a discus-like clothesline. Nice exploded T-bone suplex, sorry.
Bicycle kick from Deonna. And here we go. This is what I want to see, Joe. These two women in the ring at the same time.
But you got to remember, it's every woman for herself.
find out
And
here tonight.
Karen Q and Deonna Purrazzo eventually have to face off with each other at some
They know what
point.
their roles are, and hopefully we're going to see that play itself out in the ring. They should not get distracted.
So let's see if Kelly Klein will be smart and just show on the outside as these two women go at it.
As we see a test of strength. Deonna, a very skilled technical wrestler. Karen Q, perhaps with the strength advantage. These two longtime training partners trained together, broke into wrestling together. It's
obviously Deonna Purrazzo at the moment winning the test of strength.
We're seeing it here tonight. Seems to be a commonality in that, certainly amongst the women ranks, that their friendships, and I understand because they all started together and now they're trying to make their way to the top. At what point do those friendships?
No one's really outmatching the other right now. Deonna Purrazzo's got the headlock in though. Oh, and Kelly Klein put it into that though.
Fracture to the outside. There it is. Yeah, Kelly, very opportune situation. Whoa.
Oh.
Karen Q in control. Oh, but Deonna stalking her on the apron. Oh,
nice flying clothesline by Deonna Purrazzo.
That's the right move. I mean,
that's just going pretty well so far.
Needs to be defeated here and not to be distracted. That should be the focus.
Ooh, right to the guardrail went Deonna Purrazzo.
And she's not going to be denied that easily. Oh, hold on, Karen Q from
high cross body by Karen Q, right under Kelly Klein.
That's the way to do it. But at some point, she's going to be out of it. Then what happens? That's what I want to know, too. Karen Q, of course, has the count-out victory. Kelly saying
oh, yeah, in triple threat matches, no count-outs, no disqualifications. Every woman for herself.
The referee did not see it. Both women.
Ooh, nice. Standing ball. Oh, standing moonsault. It's not going to be it right there.
You know, there's no question that Kelly's suffering from some sort of lost denial here. We get that. So a definitive loss will really settle the question here. But if she's out, that means one of the other two have to win. And I think that's going to become the real question here. Oh, Kelly driving those forearms in. Oh, hold on, head scissor. But look at the strength of
ooh, nice power bomb by Kelly Klein.
Wow. Power bomb hooks the leg.
And she's not going to get it here either.
Wasting some time in between the power that gloating. I've noticed that there seems to be a lot of gloating going on, and I think that that's part of the maturity that they're going to have to know that they've got to finish the job and not worrying about all that other stuff. And when you think about Karen Q, someone that came through the Ring of Honor Stardom camp, she was the standout. Very shortly thereafter was that debut match against Kelly. Speaks a lot to her mettle, her makeup. Speaks a lot about our dojo and our training. And that's where we find our future stars. And you can see them on Future of Honor Fridays. So be looking out for our next training seminar because that's an opportunity for you to be discovered, to become part of the Ring of Honor family. Absolutely. And ROHWrestling.com, that's the place for upcoming events where you can see the stars of Women of Honor compete. We headed to Atlanta, that huge
ooh, nice kick right to the back by Kelly.
Global Wars, Joe, hot off the presses. That's coming up. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, the international flair of that in an international location.
And there's Deonna Purrazzo to break that up.
Deonna breaks up the cover there. I don't think Kelly had enough to pin her there, Joe. I don't either. Deonna back in, driving those. Here we go. There's that 2-1.
Ooh, Karen Q and Deonna Purrazzo back working together again.
Whoa. Charging off the ropes.
Oh, and Karen.
Double Klein lines. Take down
Kelly Klein just wiped them both out.
Kelly now dumping Karen to the outside. One-on-one now. Yeah, gatekeeper in the Virtuosa. Headbutt connects. Deonna charging off the ropes. Kelly Klein in control. Really in control. Sure is the minute it continues. Don't go anywhere.
Nice leaping DDT.
We're back.
ROH Wrestling is back, and right now, Kelly Klein just hit a wicked running knee across the back right onto Deonna Purrazzo. But it's, of course, Fight TV has to have their advertisements though, so I gotta wait about 8 more seconds.
But next week is perhaps the biggest match ever on Ring of Honor television, Joe. 2 out of 3 falls. Wow, there you go. For the championship, it's a rematch. And I have to tell you, Ian, I've heard Cody spouting out the Sinclair and making sure that he mentions that Sinclair doesn't like it. It has nothing to do with Sinclair. I said earlier, I don't want Journeyman coming in here, but he won the title fair and square, but he's not.
Oh, nice double suplex by Kelly Klein. Kelly Klein's really showing herself in this match.
He's going to be a short timer. Well, certainly in the almighty Christopher Daniels has his opportunity next week. Great points indeed, but right now, pretty badass. The gatekeeper, Kelly Klein, charging in. And she is cut off the ring, much like a tag team match.
Ooh, nice
dealing with
breaker.
Karen and Deanna individually. Yeah, I think she's concerned. She knows what she has to do. The other two are figuring out what each other has to do. So she definitely has an advantage here from that perspective. Now, do you think Deanna has the killer instinct, perhaps, to capitalize
nice running knee
on
by
an
Deanna
opportune moment
Purrazzo.
like
Here
this with
comes.
Kelly in the center of the ring?
Nice German
We're going
suplex.
to find out very shortly. She should get the pin right here.
And she's not going to get the pinfall right here.
So
I ain't
close,
fooled.
and so close. And you know what? You can't be close with Kelly Klein. You have to be decisive. You have to get the win. She's going to figure out a way to win. She does not like losing. Absolutely not. And for Deanna, this match means so much. Tapped out Kelly Klein, that signature Fujiwara armbar in Lakeland, laying in those chops. But the gatekeeper coming right back. Knee to the midsection forearm.
Ooh, with a nice suplex. And Karen Q broke that one off.
They're fighting against her. And like I said, they take her out. What can we expect when the two of them are in the ring? Well, hold on. Boston Crab, no.
Nope, no Boston Crab right there.
Interesting that both women are going so heavy on submissions against a woman whose calling card is the end of the match, that guillotine choke. Front face lock. Yeah. Kelly back in control again. You see Deanna Purrazzo again laying in those chops. Off the rope she goes. She's been sticking and moving.
Nice.
Connects now with a running forearm.
Running forearm right there. Oh, going for an arm breaker. Fujiwara armbar. Nope.
Kelly, and she gets out of it. Takes a wrist lock. Oh, has her in a clutch. And
Ooh,
now
nice knee to the
delivering knees
face.
right to the jaw. And in a match where her
Ooh,
two opponents
Kelly
are
Klein's
going for submissions,
destroying
Kelly Klein
Deanna
going for a
Purrazzo right
knockout
now.
show. I think that's the
And yeah,
move.
remember too,
Submissions
Kelly
are not gonna
Klein's
win this match.
tapped to
Oh,
the
wait a minute,
Fujiwara
drop kicks,
armbar
Kelly to the
before.
outside. Karen in the ring with
Ooh,
Deanna.
roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up.
2, 3,
Wait, what? That's it?
Huge
That's
victory
it.
here in Women of Honor. And look who's on the
The
sideline.
winner of the match, Karen Q.
I can't even believe
Kelly
it.
Klein did had to
Two
watch
Women
her
of
own
Honor.
loss. I like that.
2 victories. And
The finish kind of came out of nowhere, though. This match I thought was
Kelly
good, though. I thought it was the best match on the show. I'll give this match 3 stars. Really nothing special, though.
I'm sure there's going to be some kind of thought process as they review their match.
But yeah, that's I guess pretty much the show. I'm gonna kind of wait a couple more minutes and see if anything else happens because we still have a couple more minutes till the show is over. So
Thank you so much for joining us this week on this very special Women of Honor edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling. Next week, 2 out of 3 falls. The biggest match in Ring of Honor television history. The rematch. The American
ooh, and
Nightmare
Deanna
Cody
Purrazzo did not show Karen Q any
World
respect. That's pretty interesting right there.
Christopher Daniels. I'm excited about that match, Ian. Thank you for having me tonight. And fans, right now, before we leave, you're going to take a look at the events that led to next week's huge main event.
But we know on the next episode of ROH, we're gonna have 2 out of 3 falls match for the ROH World Heavyweight Championship. ROH World Champion Cody versus Christopher Daniels.
Deserve it, don't I? I have still yet to sign a Ring of Honor contract. Sinclair Broadcasting no longer holds this title. They don't own anything. The Rhodes family owns this title. The Prince has become the king, and we march on everybody.
After 24 years of professional wrestling, I've always prided myself on never letting one loss define me. But after losing the world championship to you, Cody, I had a fire lit inside of me.
I know there are some critics of mine who think I don't exactly fit the Honor style. Let's leave No doubt. Why not we make this not only a rematch for the Ring of Honor World Championship, why don't we do it 2 out of 3 falls?
Well, I'm still the smartest man in the room, Cody. Let's do 2 out of 3 falls. Let's figure out who is the best. I'm going to regain the championship that I never should have lost. And I'm going to start your nightmare, Cody, with that belt around my waist.
And we know that on the next episode of ROH Wrestling, we're going to have the ROH World 2 out of 3 falls match for the ROH World Championship. ROH World Champion Cody versus Christopher Daniels. And I definitely will be doing a live reactions to that match, because that match will be great. And that's this episode of ROH Wrestling. Overall, this episode was decent. Wasn't anything special, really. I didn't hate this episode, though. I thought it had some okay matches, I guess, and stuff. But I liked the Silas Young promo. I liked the Bully Ray Briscoe's promo. And I also liked the Shane Taylor attack. And I liked the main event. I thought that was a good match. So overall, not a bad show. I'll give it a D+. It was decent. So it passes. So that's pretty much my live reactions. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell so that way every time I upload a video, you guys will get the notifications for it. Make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM brothers and Owen the Talking 80 YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.